Kobe Bryant, a name that resonates with basketball fans and athletes across the globe, tragically passed away in 2020, leaving behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. The loss of such an icon shook the world, as millions mourned the untimely death of a man who had not only redefined the game of basketball, but also became a symbol of hard work, resilience, and ambition. The events that led to his death were unexpected, sudden, and incomprehensible, but they are crucial to understand. In this video, we are going to dive into the details of the helicopter crash that claimed Kobe Bryant's life, the causes that led to that fateful day, and the impact his death had on the world. Before we go deeper, I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, so you won't miss any future videos like this one. Kobe's story is more than just one of basketball greatness. It's about a man who, despite his fame and fortune, was incredibly human, driven by passion and an insatiable desire to be the best. In just a few moments, we will reflect on his remarkable journey and uncover what led to the tragic accident that ended his life far too soon. Kobe Bryant was more than just a basketball player. He was a global icon. Born on August 23, 1978, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, his journey to becoming one of the greatest players in NBA history is nothing short of extraordinary. From a young age, Kobe exhibited an intense passion for basketball, and that fire was only fueled by his unique upbringing. His father, Joe Bryant, was a former NBA player, and Kobe spent much of his childhood in Italy, where his father was playing professional basketball. This international experience gave him a global perspective that would later influence not only his game, but also his ability to connect with fans all around the world. Kobe entered the NBA directly from high school, making him one of the few players to skip college and go straight to the pros. At just 17 years old, he was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets in 1996, but was quickly traded to the Los Angeles Lakers, where he would spend his entire 20-year career. During those 2 decades, Kobe achieved legendary status, securing 5 NBA championships, 2 Olympic gold medals, and numerous accolades, including 18 NBA All-Star selections. He became known for his unparalleled work ethic, his Mamba mentality, and his unwavering commitment to excellence. His basketball journey was marked by both highs and lows. Kobe faced injuries, challenges, and doubts, but he always fought back, proving his resilience and determination. One of his most iconic moments was his incredible 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors in 2006, the second highest point total in NBA history. Whether it was a game-winning shot or a clutch performance in the playoffs, Kobe always rose to the occasion. But what made Kobe truly stand out wasn't just his basketball skills, it was the way he approached life. His Mamba mentality became more than just a mantra for athletes. It became a symbol of how to approach challenges in every aspect of life. His relentless pursuit of greatness, his focus on continuous improvement, and his belief that failure was simply a part of the process resonated with millions of people around the world. Kobe's legacy extends far beyond the court. After retiring in 2016, he turned his focus to other ventures, including filmmaking, business, and philanthropy. His short film, Dear Basketball, won an Academy Award for Best Animated Short, showcasing his talent and creativity outside of basketball. He also founded the Mamba Sports Academy, a training ground for young athletes, where he continued to inspire and teach the next generation of players. January 26, 2020, was a day that no one could have ever anticipated. For millions around the world, it started out as a normal Sunday morning, but for the families involved, it would become a day marked by unimaginable tragedy. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others were aboard a Sikorsky S-76 helicopter, traveling to the Mamba Sports Academy in Thousand Oaks, California, where Gianna was scheduled to play in a basketball game. What was supposed to be an ordinary trip soon turned into a fatal disaster. The helicopter, piloted by Arazobayan, took off from John Wayne Airport in Orange County at around 9:06 a.m. The weather that morning was far from ideal. A dense fog had settled over much of Southern California, reducing visibility to dangerously low levels. For the pilot and passengers aboard, This would be a critical factor, one that would ultimately lead to the crash. As the helicopter flew towards its destination, Zobayan had been in constant communication with air traffic control. At one point, he requested special permission to continue flying through the fog, a request that was granted, despite the dangerous conditions. The helicopter, which had no instruments to detect nearby terrain or obstacles, continued its path, and just a few minutes later, the pilot lost visual reference to the ground due to the low visibility. This is where the danger truly began. The helicopter entered a steep descent, but there was no warning of the impending crash. The pilot tried to navigate around the mountains surrounding the area, but with the heavy fog obstructing any clear view, the aircraft quickly lost altitude. By 9:47 a.m., the helicopter crashed into the hillside in Calabasas, California. There were no survivors. The crash site was difficult to reach, and first responders faced numerous challenges as they attempted to access the wreckage. The tragic news began to spread quickly, and within hours, the world learned of the devastating loss. The immediate reaction from fans, athletes, and public figures was one of disbelief. A legend, a father, and a daughter had been taken from us in a blink of an eye. As news of the tragic accident spread, the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, launched a full investigation to understand what went wrong that fateful morning. The NTSB is responsible for determining the causes of aviation accidents in the United States, and their investigation would prove essential in shedding light on the chain of events that led to the crash. The initial response to the crash site was chaotic. The wreckage was scattered across a hillside, making it difficult for first responders to access. The debris field was vast, and recovery teams faced several hours of work before they could even begin to gather evidence. It wasn't until later that day that authorities confirmed the identities of the passengers, and the world began to come to terms with the immense loss. One of the most critical aspects of the investigation was the examination of the helicopter's black box, a vital tool for understanding the final moments of a flight. However, it was soon discovered that this particular helicopter did not have a cockpit voice recorder or a flight data recorder, which are standard equipment in many other aircraft. This lack of data made the investigation more challenging, but did not stop the NTSB from piecing together what happened. The NTSB's investigation revealed several key findings. First, it was determined that the helicopter was flying in heavy fog, which significantly reduced visibility. Zobayan, the pilot, had been certified for flying under Visual Flight Rules, VFR, meaning he was allowed to fly without relying on instruments in clear conditions. However, in foggy conditions like those on January 26th, VFR is dangerous, and pilots are expected to follow additional safety protocols. The pilot had requested to continue flying through the fog, and air traffic control granted this permission, despite the fact that visibility had already become severely restricted. At some point during the flight, Zobayan became disoriented. Due to the lack of visual reference to the ground, a condition known as spatial disorientation, this likely caused the pilot to lose control of the helicopter, leading to the tragic crash. The NTSB also found that Zobayan did not have access to a Terrain Awareness and Warning System, TAWS, a piece of technology that could have warned him about the proximity to terrain. This system is designed to help pilots avoid crashes in low visibility conditions, and had it been present, it could have potentially saved lives. While the investigation confirmed that Zobayan had extensive flight experience, it also raised serious questions about the safety protocols for flights in conditions like those on January 26. The investigation concluded that the primary cause of the crash was a combination of poor weather conditions, pilot error, and the lack of proper safety systems on the helicopter. Despite Zobayan's experience, the situation became overwhelming, and the pilot's failure to properly assess the risks contributed to the fatal outcome. As the investigation into Kobe Bryant's tragic helicopter crash unfolded, the NTSB highlighted several critical factors that contributed to the accident. It wasn't just one issue that led to the fatal crash, but rather a combination of weather conditions, human error, and the lack of vital technology on the aircraft. Understanding these causes is essential, as it helps shed light on how the crash could have been avoided and the lessons that can be learned moving forward. First and foremost, the most obvious contributing factor was the weather. On January 26, 2020, the dense fog that blanketed the Southern California area was far from a typical weather condition for a helicopter flight. Visibility was extremely low, and the pilot, Ara Zobayan, was flying through a cloud layer that made it nearly impossible to see the ground, other aircraft, or surrounding terrain. In such conditions, it is typically advised that flights be grounded or diverted, but Zobayan continued the journey despite the severe weather. The NTSB's investigation found that the decision to fly in such poor conditions may have been influenced by a sense of urgency, particularly because Kobe Bryant was on board. It is possible that the pilot felt pressure to get to the Mamba Sports Academy on time, especially with such a high-profile passenger. However, this urgency likely clouded judgment, causing Zobayan to make a series of poor decisions. He was flying under visual flight rules, VFR, which are typically used for clear weather conditions, but the heavy fog made this a dangerous choice. As the flight progressed, Zobayan became increasingly disoriented. The combination of low visibility and the lack of clear reference points led to spatial disorientation, a condition where a pilot cannot properly determine their orientation in space. This is especially dangerous in fog or cloud-covered environments, as pilots can easily become confused about their altitude and position relative to the ground. At some point during the flight, Zobayan initiated a sharp left turn, which caused the helicopter to descend rapidly. Without visual references and in a state of disorientation, the pilot failed to correct the descent in time. Another crucial cause of the accident was the absence of a terrain awareness and warning system TAWS on the helicopter. This system, which provides audible alerts to pilots when they are approaching terrain, could have made a critical difference in preventing the crash. The NTSB's investigation revealed that had the helicopter been equipped with TAWS, the system would likely have warned the pilot about the proximity to the hillside, potentially giving him enough time to avoid the crash. The absence of this technology was a serious oversight, especially given the conditions the helicopter was flying in. The combination of these factors, poor weather, pilot error, spatial disorientation, and the lack of safety technology, led to the tragic crash. While pilot error was determined to be the primary cause, the failure to consider the weather conditions seriously and the absence of important safety measures like TAWS created a perfect storm of circumstances that ultimately cost 9 lives. The investigation into the accident has raised important questions about safety in helicopter operations, particularly when flying in adverse weather conditions. It also underscores the need for greater awareness and adherence to safety protocols, especially when flying with high-profile passengers or under conditions that could be considered risky. The death of Kobe Bryant was a moment that left the world in shock, and the impact was felt far beyond the basketball court. As one of the greatest players to ever grace the NBA, his untimely passing sent waves of grief through the sports community, as well as through various other sectors of society. His loss was not just a tragedy for his family, friends, and fans. It was a loss for the world of sports itself, and for anyone who had been inspired by his determination, dedication, and remarkable skill. The reaction from the basketball world was immediate and emotional. NBA teams, coaches, and players were all deeply affected by Kobe's death, as many considered him a peer, a mentor, and a source of inspiration. During the following NBA games, teams paid tribute to Bryant in various ways. Many teams held moments of silence, while players wore purple and gold, the colors of the Los Angeles Lakers, to honor his legacy. Some of the NBA's brightest stars, including LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal, spoke emotionally about the void Kobe left in their lives. LeBron, who had recently surpassed Kobe's career points record, expressed his sorrow, saying, "The world has lost a legend, a mentor, a friend, and an inspiration." Kobe's influence extended far beyond basketball. His mentality, often referred to as the Mamba mentality, inspired athletes across various sports, from tennis to football, from soccer to track and field. He had become more than just a basketball player. He had become a symbol of perseverance and hard work, pushing others to rise above their limits. Young athletes, in particular, admired him not only for his on-court performances, but also for his approach to life. Whether in his relentless pursuit of championships or in his approach to failure, Kobe's mindset was a philosophy that transcended sports. His death also struck a deep chord with his fans across the globe. Fans from all walks of life, from seasoned basketball enthusiasts to casual admirers, mourned the loss of someone who had been a constant presence in their lives. Memorials and tributes poured in from fans all around the world, from makeshift shrines outside the Staples Center in Los Angeles to heartfelt messages on social media. The emotional reaction was universal. Kobe had touched the hearts of millions, and his absence left an undeniable void. Beyond the world of sports, Kobe Bryant was a successful businessman, filmmaker, and philanthropist. After retiring from basketball, Kobe shifted his focus toward other ventures, including his Academy Award-winning short film, Dear Basketball. The film, which captured Kobe's passion for the game, received widespread acclaim and added another dimension to his legacy. He also founded the Mamba Sports Academy, dedicated to mentoring and developing young athletes, and worked on several projects aimed at encouraging young people to follow their dreams, both in sports and beyond. Kobe's philanthropy extended to many areas, including education, healthcare, and social justice. His charitable efforts, especially those focused on providing opportunities for underprivileged children and communities, were widely recognized. In his personal life, Kobe was a devoted father, and the loss of his daughter Gianna along with him added to the heartbreak. Gianna, who shared her father's love for basketball, was poised to carry on his legacy, making their deaths all the more tragic. The world lost an icon that day, but his influence remains alive. Kobe Bryant's legacy is one that will continue to inspire future generations of athletes, creatives, and people from all walks of life. His life was a testament to the power of passion, determination, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. In the days and weeks following Kobe Bryant's tragic death, the world was left grappling with grief, disbelief, and a sense of loss that seemed almost too heavy to bear. The tributes and memorials to the basketball legend poured in from all corners of the globe, and the magnitude of his impact on both the sports world and society at large became even more evident as the world mourned. It was clear that Kobe Bryant was not just a basketball player, but a force whose influence spanned far beyond the court. The first major public tribute came on February 24, 2020, at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. A public memorial service was held, attended by family, friends, fellow athletes, and thousands of fans. The event was an emotional outpouring of love and respect for Kobe, Gianna, and the 7 others who perished in the crash. The service was streamed live and broadcast worldwide, allowing people from all over the world to mourn together, even if they couldn't be physically present. Speakers at the memorial included some of Kobe's closest friends and colleagues, such as Shaquille O'Neal, who spoke about his legendary partnership with Kobe during their years together with the Los Angeles Lakers, and Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's wife, who delivered an emotional tribute to her late husband and daughter. Vanessa shared personal memories of Kobe and Gianna, and her heartfelt words captured the deep bond they had as a family. She described how Kobe was not just an athlete, but a devoted father and husband, emphasizing the love and care he had for his children. LeBron James also spoke at the memorial, reflecting on how Kobe had mentored him throughout his career and how the two shared an unbreakable bond of mutual respect. The emotional weight of the moment was palpable as those closest to Kobe honored his life and legacy, and fans around the world watched as the tributes continued to flood in. But it wasn't just the memorials that highlighted the impact Kobe had on the world. The sports community, particularly the NBA, rallied together to pay tribute in meaningful ways. Teams across the league dedicated moments to Kobe during games, and many players honored him by wearing his jersey number or making gestures of respect. The NBA All-Star Game in 2020, held shortly after his death, was transformed into a heartfelt tribute to Kobe. The game was played with a heightened sense of unity, and players competed not just for victory, but to honor the memory of a man who had given so much to the sport. Tributes to Kobe also poured in from outside the world of basketball. Athletes from various sports, including soccer, tennis, and even boxing, paid their respects to the legend. His death served as a poignant reminder of how the impact of one individual can reach far beyond the confines of their primary field of expertise. Celebrities, politicians, and public figures from around the world expressed their condolences and admiration for Kobe, citing his legacy as a source of inspiration. Fans across the globe also shared their tributes, from heartfelt social media posts to physical memorials created in public spaces. One of the most touching tributes came from the Lakers' home court, the Staples Center, where thousands of fans gathered, holding up signs, jerseys, and photos of Kobe, and many left flowers and personal messages in his honor. The outpouring of grief was a testament to the profound impact Kobe had on millions of people. Kobe's impact on the game of basketball and beyond has only deepened in the years since his passing. His tragic death served as a reminder of how precious life is, and the legacy he left behind continues to inspire athletes, creatives, and fans everywhere to strive for excellence, both on and off the court. Kobe Bryant's life and death taught the world many valuable lessons that extend beyond the basketball court and into every aspect of life. While the tragic circumstances surrounding his death will forever be a part of his story, the lessons he imparted through his actions, mindset, and career will continue to influence generations to come. One of the most significant aspects of Kobe's legacy is the Mamba mentality, a concept that transcends sports and has become a guiding principle for countless people around the world. This mentality is all about relentless dedication, a commitment to excellence, and a refusal to accept anything less than your best. Kobe's work ethic was legendary. He was known for being the first to arrive at the gym and the last to leave, constantly pushing himself to improve, no matter how much success he had already achieved. The Mamba mentality is a reminder that success is not just about talent or skill, but about the dedication and hard work you put into achieving your goals. It encourages individuals to embrace failure as part of the journey and to see setbacks not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow and improve. This mindset has had a profound impact on athletes, business leaders, and everyday people who look to Kobe's example as a source of motivation. Beyond the Mamba mentality, Kobe also left a lasting legacy through his involvement in the lives of young athletes. His commitment to mentoring and teaching young players, especially his own daughter Gianna, who shared his passion for basketball, demonstrated his desire to give back to the game and help the next generation realize their potential. The Mamba Sports Academy, which Kobe founded, became a beacon for aspiring athletes, offering training programs designed not just to enhance physical abilities, but to cultivate a winning mindset and strong character. Kobe's efforts to positively influence the next generation were not limited to basketball. He used his platform to inspire young people to pursue their passions and take risks in order to reach their dreams, whether those dreams were in sports, business, or the arts. His creative endeavors, such as his Academy Award-winning short film Dear Basketball, showed that there were many facets to Kobe beyond his identity as an athlete. He demonstrated that it was possible to reinvent yourself and find fulfillment in new areas of life, even after achieving the pinnacle of success in your original field. Perhaps one of the most important lessons that Kobe's life taught was the importance of family. Despite his relentless pursuit of greatness, Kobe always placed a deep value on his family. His devotion to his wife, Vanessa, and their daughters, Gianna, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri, was evident in everything he did. Kobe made it clear that success on the court meant nothing if he didn't have his family to share it with. His tragic death underscored the fragility of life and reminded us all to cherish the moments we have with loved ones. Kobe's love for his daughters, especially his bond with Gianna, who shared his love for basketball, left a lasting impression on the world. It was clear that being a father was one of his greatest joys. In the years following his passing, Kobe's legacy continues to inspire new generations, not just in basketball but in all areas of life. The lessons he imparted through his work ethic, his mentality, his devotion to family, and his desire to mentor others are now part of the fabric of the global culture. Kobe Bryant may no longer be physically with us, but his spirit and teachings will continue to guide those who were touched by his life. Kobe's life was a reminder that greatness is not just about the trophies you accumulate or the records you break, but about the lives you touch along the way. His legacy, built on the foundation of hard work, passion, and a commitment to giving back, will remain a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. Kobe Bryant's tragic passing left a void in the world, one that is not easily filled. In the wake of his death, the question that lingered in the minds of many was, how does the world, particularly the sports world, move forward without such a monumental figure? The answer, in many ways, lies in the legacy he left behind, an enduring impact that continues to shape the future. For the Los Angeles Lakers, Kobe's influence remains ever present. The team, which he led to 5 NBA championships, continues to honor his legacy through their play, their culture, and their commitment to excellence. The Lakers franchise, one of the most storied in the NBA, feels Kobe's absence every day, but his spirit continues to guide them. The team retired both of Kobe's jersey numbers 8 and 24 in an emotional ceremony at the Staples Center, cementing his place as one of the greatest to ever play the game. The Lakers players, many of whom looked up to Kobe as a mentor, strive to carry his Mamba mentality with them as they step onto the court, inspired by his work ethic and his drive to be the best. In the broader world of basketball, Kobe's impact continues to be felt. His influence on the next generation of players is profound. Young stars like LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kawhi Leonard all cite Kobe as a major source of inspiration, and many of them continue to carry forward the lessons he taught them, both on and off the court. As the NBA evolves, the principles that Kobe instilled in the game, such as perseverance, discipline, and the pursuit of greatness, continue to influence the sport. His passing serves as a reminder of the sacrifices and dedication required to achieve greatness, and the players who followed in his footsteps are determined to honor his memory by embodying those qualities. Beyond basketball, Kobe's influence extends into various other fields, including business, entertainment, and philanthropy. In the years following his death, his post-basketball ventures have continued to thrive. His investment company, Kobe Inc., has made strides in supporting entrepreneurial ventures, particularly those led by women and minority founders. His storytelling endeavors, including his work in film and media, continue to inspire those looking to make their mark in the world of creativity. Through his company Granity Studios, Kobe fostered new projects that aim to blend sports with storytelling, creating a lasting impact in both the entertainment industry and the broader business world. The Mamba Sports Academy, which was founded by Kobe to train and mentor young athletes, continues to operate in his memory, helping to develop the next generation of basketball players and athletes across different sports. The Academy, which became a symbol of Kobe's commitment to youth development and mentorship, remains a living tribute to his desire to inspire others to chase their dreams relentlessly. Kobe's legacy also lives on in his family. Vanessa Bryant, who has shown incredible strength in the wake of the tragedy, continues to honor her husband's memory by keeping his vision alive. She has been vocal about the importance of continuing the work that Kobe started, and through her actions, she has shown a commitment to preserving his legacy for their daughters and for the world. The Bryant family has established several charitable initiatives in honor of Kobe and Gianna, focusing on causes close to their hearts, such as youth sports, education, and women's empowerment. As the years pass, the world continues to move forward, but Kobe Bryant's legacy will never be forgotten. The values he embodied, hard work, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of excellence will continue to inspire future generations. Though he is no longer physically present, his influence remains embedded in the culture of sports, in the hearts of those who admired him, and in the minds of those who strive to live by the principles he taught. The future without Kobe Bryant is undoubtedly different, but it is also brighter because of the foundation he laid. Through his example, the world has learned the importance of chasing greatness, valuing family, and leaving a positive mark on the world. As the generations of athletes, business leaders, and creators who were touched by Kobe's life continue to move forward, his legacy will remain a guiding light, one that will inspire greatness for many years to come. Kobe Bryant's death was not only a personal tragedy for his family and those closest to him, but it was also a moment of profound loss for the entire world. The outpouring of grief that followed his passing revealed just how deeply he had touched the lives of millions, not only as an athlete but as a mentor, a father, a husband, and an inspiration. Kobe's legacy transcends the basketball court, influencing sports, business, entertainment, and the way people approach their own personal journeys. As we reflect on his life, it is clear that Kobe was more than just a basketball player. He was an embodiment of the relentless pursuit of excellence. From his early days in the NBA to his post-retirement ventures, Kobe's commitment to mastery in everything he did set him apart. The Mamba mentality, his philosophy of overcoming obstacles and constantly striving for greatness, became a way of life for many. He taught the world that success is not an accident. It is earned through hard work, resilience, and an unyielding belief in oneself. Kobe's influence is evident in the countless athletes who continue to honor his memory, in the young players who aspire to be like him, and in the stories of people from all walks of life who were motivated by his example to push past their limits. His story is one of perseverance, not just on the court, but in every aspect of life. His ability to overcome adversity, face challenges head-on, and remain focused on his goals is something that continues to resonate with people everywhere. Yet, Kobe's legacy is not only defined by his athletic achievements, it is also defined by his ability to inspire others to be better versions of themselves, to pursue their passions without hesitation, and to embrace the failures along the way as part of the journey toward greatness. His impact on young athletes, especially through the Mamba Sports Academy, will continue to shape the future of sports for years to come. As the years pass, the world will continue to remember Kobe Bryant, not just as a basketball legend, but as a cultural icon whose influence extended far beyond the hardwood floor. The lessons he taught, the importance of hard work, the value of mentorship, the significance of family, are timeless and will continue to inspire future generations to live with purpose, to chase their dreams relentlessly, and to leave a lasting impact on the world. Though Kobe Bryant may no longer be physically with us, his spirit will live on in the hearts of those who loved him and in the legacy he left behind. The world may have lost a legend, but Kobe's life was a testament to the power of dedication, passion, and the unwavering belief that anything is possible when you put in the work. As we carry forward the lessons of the Mamba mentality, we can take comfort in knowing that Kobe's influence will continue to shine brightly, guiding future generations to greatness in all that they do.